There's one. Finally. Oh, that's a carp. Oh yeah, his pulls are getting weaker and weaker. Should be able to land him pretty soon here. Come on, big guy.
What's going on, guys, and welcome to another episode of All Mouth Bassing. In today's episode, I went out to a local creek spot 2 weekends in a row. Actually, I went out, I think, on a Sunday and then the following Saturday. They were both decent days. I think a little windy both days, but otherwise pretty nice days. I was out there trying to get on some catfish, and I actually managed to get on a catfish bite and got lucky and got on a surprise carp bite too, which was pretty cool. Pretty nice carp. And I caught some random little bait fish and whatever else, but had a decent time both weekends and decided to bring my camera along so I could bring you guys along with me. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Go ahead, stick around, stay tuned, and check it out.
Okay guys, I'm out at a local creek spot today. I'm gonna try to catch some bait and then hopefully catch some catfish today. First, I'm gonna start off, I've actually got a little tungsten ice jig. It's a Widowmaker lures jig, and I forget what size it is, but it's like pink with yellow and black dots. And I've got a live redworm tied on there, or tipped on there I should say. I'm just gonna jig this around a little bit and hopefully I could catch a tiny sunfish or bluegill. There's some chunky ones in here, but there's some dinks too. I'm hoping for some dinks. I thought I'd get on a quick bite with this. Try going over this way. Come on. Probably screwed that whole spot up. Broke my worm off too. Oh, and I bent my hook. Beautiful. Well, I lost my worm on that snag there a minute ago. But I put a new piece of worm on. I decided to try a smaller chunk and see if that works any better. Let's jig this around a little bit and see what happens with it. There's one. Finally. Oh, that's a carp. Nice, guys. Not what I was after, but I'll take it. That is awesome. Hopefully I could keep him on. It's a tiny little ice jig. Man. And it just bent too. I just bent it back, so we'll see if I could keep this guy on. That is so cool. Not at all what I was going for, but I'll take it. This is my lightest combo I have. It's a cheap little Walmart combo. I've actually done a review video on it, but let's see if the tiny little ice jig and the little Walmart combo handles. Definitely gonna have to wear this guy out a little bit. It's a decent little carp, not a huge one or nothing, but I'll take it. Hopefully I could put it on the bank. That would be very cool. Come on, buddy. Get a little more tired for me. I already know if I go to grab him, he's gonna freak out. So I figure I might as well tire him out a little bit. Oh God, gave him too much wiggle room that time. All right, that's probably perfect. I just don't want it to bend those hooks. This is really light test. I have like 6 or 4 pound test. I can't even remember which, but either 4 or 6 pound test on. And a jig that I barely trust to hold up to a heavier fish. I think this might be his last wind. Seems like he's pulling harder, but I think it's because he's stressed and getting tired. Gonna tighten the drag just a hair. There we go. Oh yeah, his pulls are getting weaker and weaker. Should be able to land him pretty soon here. Come on, big guy. It's only maybe a 20-incher. It's not a huge carp or anything, but on this light gear with this tiny little jig, I know I've said that a million times, but I mean, it is the situation we're dealing with here. He's definitely getting a little more tired though. Ooh, did I tighten the drag too much? Possibly. Nah, we good. All right, big guy, I think we're gonna try to land you now. Oh, maybe not. Still a little bit still a little energy in him. Can't talk right. All right, big guy, come here. Yes. Oh, almost had him. I had him right by the lip. He popped out of my grip. Come on, guy. Come on. Man, I might have to get him by the gill plate. I was trying to lip him, but I don't think it's gonna work out that way. He knows what's going on now. I can't grab the line. If I grab the line, almost guaranteed to pop me. Pretty sure it's heavier than this test can handle. Come on, guy. We're out. Man. This is a tough fish. Oh my God, dude, come on. I've almost had it like 5 times. I need a net. I've said it a million times on a million videos. I really need a net. No, don't go in the pipe. No! Oh, I thought I had it. Come on, big old fish. Oh, he's tired now. Come on. All right, finally. That was a struggle for such a small carp. Like I said, probably only about a 20-incher, but I'll take it. It's a pretty cool catch. All right, guys, I was a little off. This fish actually comes in just a tiny bit under 22 inches. Not a bad carp. If it was just a bit smaller, I'd probably keep it for cut bait, but I'm gonna get this guy back in the water. There it goes, cruised right off. I had the cameras cut because nothing was really going on, but I actually just got 2 bites in a row out there. Oh man, and then I almost put it in the weeds. But anyway, I just got 2 bites in a row out kind of in the general area I just cast, so hopefully there's a little school of bait fish out there or something. Finally got something, guys, but I think of all things, yep, I'm right. It is the last thing I was actually after. Tiny little largie. Kind of cool, but not quite the target species. I'm looking for bait fish today. Well, it's a few days later and I decided to come back out to the creek spot since I didn't end up getting on any catfish last time. I'm gonna start off today jigging around this little Wonder Bread tungsten ice jig tipped with a live red worm. I'm gonna jig this around and see if I could hopefully catch a bluegill or sunny for cut bait, and if I can do that, I might be able to get on a catfish today. It's a pretty warm sunny day for early spring, but there's a little bit of a wind picking up, so I'm hoping to get at least a little bit of fishing time in here before this wind gets too nasty. As long as it doesn't get too wild, I'll probably stick around a bit and see what I could do. That was taking forever, guys, so I decided to cut the cameras, but I finally got one. It's a little bigger than I'd like. I think I'm actually going to put it in the bait bucket for now and try to catch a slightly smaller one. But if I don't catch a smaller one too quick, I'll probably just use this guy. Got Big Buddy live weld for now. Gonna go ahead and try to catch something a little bit smaller, but like I said, if it doesn't happen too quick, then unfortunately this guy will have to be bait. And we're going in the opposite direction. That's a green sun. Oh, it popped off anyway. I wasn't gonna use it, but big old green sunfish bit, but that is not what we want. We want something smaller. I'd prefer a green sunfish to a bluegill for bait, to be honest, but I want something small, not big. That was a chunk. Oh, that one was probably a little better. It felt right. Oh, that's probably the same fish. Well, this big guy wants to eat. Might just put him in the bait bucket to get him out of the way. No. Yeah, well, I think that's about it. I'm gonna just use the smaller of the 2 bait fish I caught, the little bluegill. It's a little bigger than I wanted, like I said, but I just accidentally snagged a big stick and pulled it up, so I disturbed that area anyway, and that's where it seems like a lot of the bait fish are at, so I'm just gonna go ahead and use that smaller one I've got. Okay, guys, I got this little bluegill cut up and rigged up on a catfish line. Gonna whip this out there and let it sit on the bottom, and hopefully a hungry catfish comes through. Actually, I'm not gonna whip it. I'm gonna gently toss it because I don't want it far off the bank. All right, got that rigged up. Gonna throw a bell on there and hopefully something rings it. I think I'm finally hooked up, guys. It's got me buried in some crap. All right, I've got one on. Let's go. I know you guys can't see very good, but I finally got something on. I think it's a cat. It is. It's not a big one or anything, but it's a decent little one. Finally. All right, I'm just gonna try to, I don't know if I want to try to flip it or not. I don't really want to risk losing this fish. All right, I've got its face near me. Might be able to lip it or just flip it. I'm flipping it. Oh, it's a decent fish. All right, I've got it. Hell yes, guys. Finally. What a freaking struggle, but I got one. This is actually my best cat from this creek yet. It's no giant or anything, but it's probably a good 18-20 incher. Not a bad fish. Okay guys, I know I don't have the best lighting to work with, so I'm just doing the best I can with what I got, but this beautiful cat came in at exactly 20 inches, which is actually my best catfish from this creek yet. I am absolutely freaking stoked to have caught this nice fish. I've heard there's nice cats in here, but I've yet to see it until I caught this one, so I'm slowly but surely starting to believe people. But anyway, let's go ahead and get this beauty back in the water. Not going to be my best release shot ever, but you'll be able to at least hopefully tell what's going on. It's biting down on my thumb. Okay, it rolled and it's taking off. Hell yeah, that was tight, guys. Wow, that fish wasn't a monster or anything, but it actually managed to bend my hook. This is a regular octopus hook, not a circle hook, so they're actually like a straight shank, and it bent it out of whack pretty decent for the size of the fish. That's impressive. But anyway, guys, I went ahead, I pulled my lines in. I'm gonna call it a night now. Pretty stoked that I caught that nice cat, and as you guys saw when I was releasing it, it rolled. I know some fish belly up when they're dying. That was not the case with this fish. I kept this fish plenty healthy. I dunked it in the water plenty of times between, like, I took a couple pictures quick, but I kept it in the water plenty while I was doing that to keep it healthy. What it was doing is when cats are trying to escape, they'll roll around a lot like that, and it was trying to roll on my thumb because it thought I still had a hold of it. It was just trying to escape when it rolled. I watched it flip back upside down and take off, so it's definitely good to go. I'm not worried about that at all. And yeah, just overall great night. I stayed out here for like 8 hours. It's getting pretty late now, so I'm definitely turning in, but still a great night. Even if that was the only target species I caught, I'm stoked for it. So anyway, guys, thanks again for checking it out, and I'll see you on the outro.
All right, guys, as always, thanks for watching another episode, and thank you so much for sticking around till the end. As you guys could see, that turned out to be a pretty awesome couple weekends. I ended up putting in quite a bit of time both days I went out, but they both ended up turning out to be worth it when I got on the nice carp I got into. That was a nice 22-incher, and I got that real nice 20-inch catfish too, which was my nicest cat from that creek yet. So super stoked about that cat catch. Got that tiny little largemouth bass bycatch, and I got on a bunch of little panfish, bunch of bluegill, sunnies, little bait fish like that. So I even got a couple of those off camera too, so I got into a pretty good bite with those, and I just ended up having quite a bit of fun both times. So I'm really glad I was able to take you guys along with me. So thanks again for sticking around till the end, guys. I don't really have a whole lot more to say about it, so I guess I'll see you guys on the next one, and I'll see you on the water.